Hello. Hey there. This is Chad with the RayAway window tint. I wanted to reach out to you guys, Stephen and Joanne at A1 Safari Glass. I know that we had been talking and trying to connect, right? We were supposed to meet on last week, it was last week. But we were actually doing a smart film installation on site, and just the timing didn't work out. Unfortunately, we were on site, dedicated to that project, making sure that that installation went smoothly. Took a little more time than we had thought, and I wasn't able to make that scheduled appointment that we had. But I really want to encourage you guys to still take us up on this offer to connect. This will be, I will try to keep reaching out. I know we had a couple emails back and forth, and I may have had some frustrations on a missed appointment, but I'm bringing best face forward to you guys as the East Coast manager of our service, and just informing you that when we dedicate ourselves to a customer and a project, we stay there until that's done to make sure that customer's happy. And I hope as a business owner you'd understand that we would give you that exact same service. Right. So all we want to do is connect to talk about the RayAway trade program, what that is. So simply, you're a glass company. Surely people have asked you for tint, smart film, security film, any of those options. And you may or may not have said yes in the past. You may have said, no, we don't do that. Or you may have referred that out to a local tint guy, which more than likely is just an automotive tint person that sometimes does building tint. We are a full commercial and residential tint company. That's all we do. We don't touch cars, right? And we are a B2B company. We don't operate by advertising to consumer. So there's no catch in this. This isn't a sales pitch. This is just a networking opportunity for us to come together and say, hey, if you wanted to add a new line of service without adding overhead to your company, what about saying yes to those customers that ask about tint or smart film in bathrooms or on walls at conference rooms or whatever, and simply add 30% margin to that service, right? It's free revenue with zero overhead cost. Who'd say no to that, right? Surely not in 2025. We come in fully white labeled, so we're a neutral company, meaning we come in non-branded shirts. We don't have logos on our uniforms. We don't have logos on our vans. We drive white, plain work vans. That's it. So again, happy to do a virtual call, happy to schedule an in-person call again on a day that we don't have a scheduled project. It just so happened that the timing of that one just was a little bit odd. Again, as a business owner, I suspect that you'd understand our dedication to our craft and to our installations of a scheduled customer. Right? If you guys had sold a smart film tint project, and surely you'd want us to stay and finish that project, and then hopefully reschedule with a prospect later. And that was just the case for our meeting. That's all. So let's not something small like that. We're in a good opportunity on both ends. Let's connect. Again, happy to still do it in person. You just give us a date and time. Let's not make it weird. Let's just make an awesome meeting out of this, and hopefully get some work between each other. Right? Let you add that new service. We knock it out of the park for you, and you guys can just add a new line of revenue. Right? No overhead. Let's make it happen. Looking forward to the response. Appreciate you.